Welcome back, everyone. We are excited to welcome local artist Doug Steere, who is highlighted by the Springfield Regional Arts Council. Doug, so great to meet you. Thank you so much for coming on Unscripted.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk art, shall we? Let's go back to your beginnings. When did you start making pieces of art, and when did you know, all right, this is going to be a career for me? I'm going to start showcasing and selling.
I started painting only about 2.5 years ago.
Wow.
Before that, I was an attorney with the federal government, and then when I retired, I needed something to do. Stuck in the middle of a pandemic, so I started a hobby. Attended a class at National Avenue Christian Church, learned a little bit, and then just kind of started doing my thing.
I gotta say, never in my life would I say federal attorney, artist.
Yeah,
Like
no.
it seems like totally opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right brain, left brain.
Exactly. How did you know you had this interest?
Well, I always used to draw and doodle, things like that. Used to do photography, and then, one of the things that influences my art is I have essential tremors, which means that when I hold something, my hand starts to shake. And so that was a problem with using the camera in photography. And it's also a problem in painting, but I've sort of developed some workarounds to be able to create even though I have that. Another condition is that I'm colorblind. And so some of my colors are often exaggerated. It's not the way I see them, but other people tell me that there's an exaggeration in my colors.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah. I have so many questions now, but let's talk about your art then. And what would you say are pieces with more exaggerated colors over others? What's kind of your genre of art?
So I do mainly abstract, but with a suggestion of something in the abstract. So like this one here, what I did was, and it's on the screen, I started painting. I pull out colors of paint. This is watercolor. And then as I was doing that, I had the radio on in the background and a tornado watch, and then a tornado warning came.
I thought it was a tornado.
Yep.
Oh,
and so,
I
then
really
I
did.
started painting a tornado. This is one of my favorite ones. This won an award at the Creamery last year.
I can see why. Immediately, before you even said anything, I was going to keep my opinion to myself. I said, I see a tornado.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
I was seeing more of a tree trunk, but then
Oh,
when
I can see that too.
When I scooched out, okay, I can see it now.
Yeah, often I'm thinking of 2 or 3 things at the same time, and they all kind of just merge into the one
Love it.
painting.
Yeah.
Probably a lack of focus. But.
I like this one right beside
Yeah,
you, though.
that's
I love
beautiful.
So that in the class at church, that was one of the first things that I painted. Abstract, it can be what you want. I sort of view it as urban decay, city declining, and then rooting the water, that kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
The big one over there?
The big one over there, another way to work around my shakes is to paint with something like this.
Oh.
Rather than a brush, because even you can see my hands shaking now. But if I hold a brush, it's even more exaggerated. But this, you can turn it and create the various shapes and colors.
So you did that whole piece with that?
With this, and probably the background was a regular brush, because you paint in layers.
Can I hold that just for a second? I want to show the audience.
Yeah.
I want to look at this. This is, is this plastic?
Is it?
It's sort of a rubbery plastic.
Rubbery plastic? Look at this. This is fascinating. You can see all the different colors of paint you've used this with, and like, I would use this to like texture a wall with some Tuscan texture, with some
You can also
mud.
find similar things in baking stores to do bread.
To do, exactly. Amazing. And then right down here, I saw a dog, so I was like, I gravitated toward that.
Well, another way that I learned to work around my shakes, so these are made, first you carve into a piece of rubber or plastic.
May I touch?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
And so doing that, you're pressing down hard, and when I press down hard, my hand doesn't shake as much. And so that became this, which recently won an award at the Downtown Library Center. It was called Empathy.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then that's my dog Buddy, which I also did with the same process.
Look at that face. It's so lifelike.
That's also textured like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
you carve into the plastic, and then you ink, and then put the paper on top of the ink. You have to do about 10 or 20 copies to get one that actually comes out okay.
So Doug, how can people find your work?
I'm on Instagram, at Doug Steere on Instagram. And then I've gone back to where I started at National Avenue Christian Church. I have 12 pieces in the hallways there. Coinciding with my spouse's giving a voice recital at 3 on Sunday.
Perfect. And you've showcased at the Creamery and the airport, so you're going to see his work everywhere. Support local artists. Guys, look at this. It's amazing. And he's colorblind and his trimmers. You're an inspiration, is what you
thanks.
are.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our Farmer Went to Wife recap right after this.